Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Selenium Tech Automation. So I have already made one video which is related to top 30 most important Selenium interview questions for 3+ years of experienced candidates. So if you didn't check out that video, so I will provide that link inside this tutorial description part. So you can also check that video as well. So in this today's tutorial, so I'm going to discuss about what are all the challenges we have to face in Selenium automation. So up to my knowledge, so I provided few challenges where I faced when I'm doing Selenium automation. Okay, so here the first challenge is cross browser testing. Okay, so during this cross browser testing, it is also one major challenges for all Selenium automation testers. So because suppose if you are working with IE browser, okay, whereas it is Internet Explorer browser, so where I am automating all my scripts, okay, like I automated 5 to 10 scripts, so those are all working fine when I executed it from IE browser. Okay, the same if I executed those scripts from any other browser like Chrome browser or Edge browser or Safari browsers, so during this time what's happening, my scripts are not working properly. Okay, my scripts are not working properly, so due to that, so we have to take it as a challenge, so where our scripts have to be executed on all the browsers, right? So but there are some requirements where the client wants to test their application only on that particular browser whatever they mention, but in worst cases where we need to run our scripts, I mean where we need to test our application on some other browsers also, so during that time it is a big challenge for as an automation tester, right? So we need to check if the application under test is fully compatible with most used browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge and IE. Okay, testing on widely used browsers is still not enough. Okay, and we may need to test on widely used versions of these browsers along with different operating systems and resolutions as well. Okay, so testing on the same browser is not an enough approach for an automation. Okay, testing should be done on different browsers, so then only we will get some challenge, right, to work with some different browsers. That is the main challenge, so where our application have to be work on different browsers also, at the same time different operating systems, and also there are some pixel resolutions will be also available, so our application have to work with that limitations also. So this is the main challenges this is the main challenges out of all the challenges. This is the main challenge, so where we need to take this as challenge for cross browser testing as well. Okay, the next one is synchronization is the key challenge. Okay, so as an automation tester, so everyone will get some kind of sync issues. Okay, for example, if I am working with IE browser, okay, I am executing my scripts on IE browser, so here all my scripts are working fine, like I am executing almost more than 100 plus number of test cases. All test cases I am executing at suit level with the help of testng.xml file. So okay, till now I don't have any issues because my scripts are running very smoothly when I am running it from IE browser. So whereas the requirement, the new requirement came where to execute on the other browsers such as Chrome browser and also Edge browser. Okay, so during this time these two browsers, what's happening, my scripts are executing very faster compared to IE browser. Okay, my scripts are executing very faster comparing to IE browser. Okay, but here what's happening here, but compared to IE browser, Chrome browser and Firefox browser or Edge browser and Safari browsers, on these browsers the script execution speed is very faster than the IE browser. Okay, whereas if you are executing from IE browser, suppose those 100 test cases is going to complete within 5 hours in IE browser, but when I execute the same test cases from Chrome or Edge or Safari or Firefox, so it is completing within less than 4 hours only. Here you can observe, if you go with the other browsers, your scripts are executing faster than the IE browser where it is taking more than 5 hours, but when I execute on these browsers, it is giving, it is taking very less number of hours compared to IE browser. Okay, so because of the execution speed is very high compared to IE browser on these browsers. Okay, so during this time what's happening, you may get some sync issues. For example, in Chrome browser, when I am executing my scripts on Chrome browser, some button I have to click or some alert I need to accept. Okay, when you are executing, when you are handling this scenario from IE browser, it is working properly fine with that IE browser. But whereas it is coming to the Chrome browser or Edge or Firefox or Safari, it is not happening because that element is not clickable or that alert is not coming within the time or that page is not loading fully. So during this time what's happening, you are getting this because of sync issue. So synchronization is the key challenge when you are working with multiple browsers. Okay, so we have to identify, so which method we have to perform exactly, like, okay, which method we can use or which wait condition we can use to resolve this issue on some other browser or in the same browser also. Okay, okay, so due to these sync issues many scripts are failing. So to achieve this one, to handle it properly, we have some synchronization weights provided by Selenium. So those are all called explicitly weight and implicitly weight and fluent weight. So we can use it generally and we can define inside our scripts all these weight conditions. So we can easily resolve these sync issues when you are automating your scripts on different browsers. Okay, this is a challenge number 2. And the next challenge is handling dynamic web elements on the UI page. Okay, handling dynamic web elements on the UI page. So this is the main challenge. One more challenge for as an automation tester, you have to resolve this challenge also. Okay, we have to resolve this challenge as well, because for example I will take here an Amazon application, so where you will get some different kinds of UI day by day. Okay, that catalog will change every time. For example, if I open today an Amazon application, so today you will get some different UI. The same if you open on tomorrow, the UI got changed fully, right? Means they added some products or they removed some categories and also they added some categories and they removed some products, the old products, and also they added some new products. So during this time what is happening, so that UI is not the constant one. Okay, suppose today I want to select some Selenium tutorial article or book from that Amazon application, so it is available today. But whereas I am trying to select that product from that Amazon application on tomorrow, it is not available on tomorrow because they removed or they edited that export for that particular web element in the DOM, or they moved into some other category. So during this time, so that web element is not the constant one. Means in the UI page, UI web page, all the web elements is keep on changing. Okay, so during this time it is very difficult to write some exports, depends upon the UI web page. So to achieve this one, so we have to take this as a challenge. So then we have to write some exports, right? Then we have to write some exports with the concept of dynamic exports. So how we can achieve this dynamic export creation? With the help of functions concept was there inside the export, and also you can use CSS selector with different functions. Functions means here what are all the functions we can see earlier. The first one is starts with function, ends with function, and also contains, and also we can have following sibling, and also preceding, and also child, and also ancestor. So with the help of all these functions, so we can easily handle these dynamic web element challenge, and we can handle these CSS selectors where that is not the constant elements. Okay, so to achieve that one, we have to write some dynamic web element which is not going to change whenever you are going to take some new builds. Okay, our export have to be work every time. So in that way we have to create our export, so then we can treat it as the challenge. Okay, this is also one key challenge. Okay, so the next challenge is alert and pop-up handlings, right? Alert and pop-up handlings. So what are all the different kinds of pop-ups alerts we can have? Okay, different types of pop-up and alerts occur while interacting with web application. Okay, so we can interact with these alerts and pop-ups with in a web application means. So what are the different types of alerts and pop-ups you can have? We can see here browser level notification. This is also one alert or pop-up, and web based alerts and OS level pop-ups means operating system level pop-ups. Okay, here browser level notification means, okay, these are browser level notifications that are handled in different ways depending upon the browsers. Okay, to handle this one, so we can have some options to be added, options to be used for that particular browser. Okay, depends upon the browser, we have to mention that options. For example, if I can say here for Chrome browser, if I am automating this browser level notification, so I want to use Chrome options. Okay, with the help of Chrome options we can easily handle this kind of browser level notification. Okay, if I am working with some Edge browser, I can use their Edge options. So with the help of Edge options I can easily handle this browser level notification. If I am using Internet Explorer, I can use Internet Explorer options. With the help of Internet Explorer options I can easily handle this browser level notification. Okay, for this, what is the example for browser level notification here means there is some allow or decline camera access. Okay, suppose if you are trying to use some application where which will allow you to use your camera, okay, or also where you can able to use your microphone. So during this time you will get some alerts, right? You will get some alert, allow or decline camera, allow or decline microphone. Okay, we can consider these alerts as browser level notifications. We can consider these pop-ups as browser level notification, because which browser you are using, that browser only providing with that notification to allow or to decline. Okay, right, to allow or to decline to access your photos or to access your camera, right? So these are all the browser level notification. We can handle this with the help of that particular browser Chrome options or Edge options or IE options or Safari options. Okay, we can have different options with the help of Selenium. So and also web based alerts, right? Web based alerts means these are the alerts that can be handled using Selenium predefined class, where alerts is a class which is providing some predefined methods like accept and dismiss. Okay, accept and dismiss. Okay, so what is the example for these web based alerts means, for example, if you open some website, there you will get some alert, right? Web based alert, that is, this site says, do you want to leave this site or do you want to continue this site? Okay, this is one example for this web based alert. If you click on OK, it will allow you to continue with this one. If you don't want to continue, there is some cancel button will come, okay, or dismiss button will come. Okay, this is the one example. This site says, do you want to leave this site? Click on OK to continue, click on accept to continue on this site, or click on OK, cancel or dismiss to leave from this site. Okay, okay, these are the examples of web based alerts. Okay, when it comes to OS level pop-ups, these type of pop-ups can be categorized as flash objects which can't be accessed using Selenium locators. Okay, these types of pop-ups can be categorized as flash objects which can't be accessed using of Selenium locators. With the help of Selenium locators, we cannot be able to access these operating system level pop-ups, because these pop-ups can be categorized as flash objects. Okay, flash objects. Okay, this is the one kind of pop-up where we have to deal this. I mean, we can take it as also one more challenge. So the next challenge is, what is our next challenge? To automate the Captcha and OTP handling. Okay, as we know already, Captcha and OTP cannot be assumed or predicts as it values as different every time. Okay, as we know already, Captcha and OTP cannot be assumed or predicted the same value every time. For example, I am working with some application where I need to select that I am not a robot. checkbox. Okay, if you click on that I am not robot checkbox, it will give you some images to click on that particular images every time. Okay, when you close that browser and again when you open some other session, so there also you will get some different images or different integer values or different OTPs. Okay, these kind of situation also we have to take it as a challenge. From Selenium point of view, it is not possible to automate captcha and I am not robo, both are same, and OTP handling. Okay, OTP handling means, suppose if you are working with some banking application, okay, suppose if you want to modify anything or if you want to fetch your account details, so it will send you some OTP to that registered mobile number or to that registered email. If you want to change your password for that site, banking application or any social media platform sites, so there it will ask you to send some OTP you need to enter. Okay, so during these kind of things it is very difficult to automate this challenge. Okay, but we have to resolve it. We have to accept this challenge and we have to find some solution for this captcha and OTP handling. But from Selenium point of view, it is not possible to handle this kind of scenario. And the sixth challenge here is limited reporting. As we know already, with the help of Selenium, we don't have any reporting mechanism. Okay, with the help of Selenium, we don't build any reports or we can't able to design any reporting with the help of Selenium. Okay, because of that we have to take it as a challenge. So where we can develop our, where we can design our reporting inside our framework, right? We have to design some kind of report, that is extend report or that is testng report or that is ATU report or that is allure report. Okay, we have to design it externally. Creating, designing a report is also one challenge as an automation tester, because if I am working with some project where it is not having anything to do, mean I have to do it from scratch level one by one, starting from initializing the browser, launching the URL with the help of properties file, and also I am using here the page object model by segregating all the pages into some different classes, and also for validations I am creating some different classes. In this way we are going to build our framework. In the process of building our framework from scratch level, we have to decide which report we are going to build for this framework as per the requirements, as per the discussion with my teammates or manager or lead. So I am going to build this report, right? Which kind of, what is that report? Whether it will be action report or it will be testng report or it will be ATU report or it will be allure report, right? We have to design it from scratch level. So this is also one challenge where we have to face. So the next challenge here is handling dynamic web elements, handling dynamic web tables. Okay, for example, there is a test case where I will enter like username and password for single user. It is giving all the details about that particular user. For example, Selenium Tech Automation is an user. So when he logged in with his account, he is getting one table where it is having only 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so the other user is logged in, that is Selenium tutorial for freshers is a user. So now he logged into that site. Based upon his requirements, based upon his data available inside that website, he is getting 4 rows and 4 columns. So likewise for every user, that web table is keep on changing. Okay, so we have to design our scripts in such a way that it will work for each and every user. Okay, it will work for each and every user. Depends upon the user, I will automate this kind of dynamic web tables. So how we can handle this kind of dynamic web tables? First, we have to write some XPath for the whole table. Within the table we can have tbody tag and also tr tag and also td tag. Before that, we have to take all the table XPath, then we need to take rows XPath, then we have to take column, then we have to take cell, right? After that, taking all these XPath, we have to use for loop or for each loop. Every time we need to take what is the row count for this user, what is the column count for this user. We are not going to mention any hard code values. We have to mention in such a way that where it will count depends upon the user row number or column count. Okay, row count and column count, and cell what is the value. So in this way we have to handle dynamic web tables. Means we have to create our XPaths such a way that every time it will work for each and every user. Okay, so the next question is, the next challenge here is handling multiple windows or child windows. Here multiple windows means more than one window. More than one window means there is some parent window, child window. Okay, so how we can handle these multiple windows and child windows? This is also one main challenge. So we have to handle it properly with the help of get window handle, with the help of get window handles. Whereas get window handle will return you the current window ID in the form, and the return type is here string. Whereas get window handles means it will return all the string IDs in the form of set of strings. The return type of get window handles is set of strings. So then we can iterate with the help of for each loop or for loop, or you can use iterator also. Okay, so the next challenge here is handling iframes within a iframes. Okay, handling iframes within a iframes. As we know already, if we consider an example site, that is IRCTC application. So once if I log into that application, so I am getting some frame. So how we can know that it is a frame or alert? So by inspecting that particular pop-up or frame, if you find any frame, so then we can consider it as a frame. If that is not having this frame tag, then it is not a frame, it is just an alert or web element. Okay, so how we can deal with this frame? With the help of frame name, frame index and frame value. If I want to switch from child frame to parent frame, so how we can switch? With the help of default content. Okay, if you use this default content, it will always focus your driver focus, it will always moves your driver focus to your parent window, parent frame focus only. It will always focus the driver focus to parent frame only if we use driver dot switch to dot default content. Okay, if you use any one of these methods like frame name or frame index or frame value, it will work accordingly. So the next challenge here is creating object repository. So by defaultly Selenium don't have any object repository where we can store our all the web elements, right? So for this reason we can create our own object repository with the help of page object model. So where I can initialize all my web elements in that particular pages. For example, for login page I can initialize all my web elements which are related to username, password, and clicking on login button and forget my password. I will take all these web elements, and with the help of @find by annotation I can define and locate and define our web elements inside the same class only. Okay, that is one approach if we are using page object model. If I am not using page object model, we can create an object repository with the help of dot properties file. So inside the dot properties file I can pass this XPath as key and value. If I mention login equals to XPath, right? So here login is my key, XPath is my value. Depends upon the key, I have to return my value as XPath. Okay, for login I am using this key as login, value as XPath. So likewise we can create our own object repository, as there is no option to use this object repository by defaultly from Selenium. So this is also one challenge we have to face if we are using, if we are working as an automation tester. So the next challenge, the final challenge here is, up to my knowledge, the last challenge here is null pointer exception when you are working with test data files such as comma separated value files, CSV files, and Word files, and TXT files, or .xlsx files. If we are working with all these files where we can read and write our test data into these files, from these files we will get some null pointer exception at any time. Suppose if I want to enter my username and password inside that login application fetching from the test data.xlsx files. Okay, during this time what is happening? I am getting some null pointer exception due to I am not passing the correct row number from that XLSX file. So during this time what is happening? It is giving null pointer exception or data not found exception. Okay, to avoid these things we have to take it as a challenge and we need to find some solution to overcome this challenge. Okay, so this null pointer exception usually we will get mostly if we are dealing with test data documents where we are going to store all our test data inside any CSV file or TXT file or .xlsx file or Word files. So on dealing with these files, on fetching these test data from these files or writing the test data into these files, you will get frequently this null pointer exception. We have to resolve this as well. It is also a one big challenge to resolve this kind of exceptions when you are working with test data files. Okay, so these are all the challenges what I faced, the same I updated to you as well. So I hope during this your interview, during your interviews, if any one of your interviewer will ask you about what are the challenges you have faced in Selenium automation, means you can tell him likewise. The first challenge is cross browser testing, the second challenge is synchronization, the third challenge is handling the dynamic web elements on the UI page, and the fourth challenge is handling the alerts and pop-ups, and the fifth one is Captcha and OTP handling, and the sixth one is limited reporting. Seventh challenge is handling dynamic web tables. Eighth challenge is handling multiple windows or child windows. Ninth challenge is handling iframes within a iframes, and the 10th one is creating object repository, and the 11th one, the final one, is null pointer exception. And also there is one more challenge, that is brief about yourself, explain about yourself, tell me about yourself. This is also one challenge. Okay, before going for any interview, be prepared yourself how we can explain about ourselves to an interviewer as an experienced candidate. Okay, that is also one challenging question where many people are rejecting on this initial challenges faced question only, that is explain about yourself, tell me about yourself, brief about yourself. Okay, these are all the challenges we have to prepare very well before going for any interview. Okay, so that's all it for now for everyone with this tutorial. So I am done with this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please drop a like and don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share our video to your colleagues or friends, which will helps me a lot to do more videos from automation testing and manual testing. With your sharing, our video will recommend for more people so that they will also get some knowledge about this concept. Okay, so I am done with this tutorial. So until then, take care everyone, have a nice day. Signing off, Selenium Tech Automation. We will meet with our next video or next tutorial. Thanks guys, thank you so much.